Now we're going to talk about the document management side of HighPoint, and that begins in the library. I'm hovering over the library pull down. You can see if I click on the library, that'll take me directly to the library. We'll talk about notifications in another video where you can receive email notifications when documents are dropped into a folder. All the different types of searching. This is an index search there, and privileges. Let's go right to the library, and we'll take you through a tour of the HighPoint document library. When I first come into the library, you're going to see that I can close and reset all the folders, but when you first come in, they're already closed. Every folder here, we've got a folder for accounting. If I was to open that up with a plus sign there, you'll see there's payables and receivables. And if I open up the human resource, you can see we've got a sample employees and so forth. I can do a folder search, I can do an indexed metadata search, and I can do full content search. And we'll talk in a more advanced video about the external database. You can actually literally set up another database in a side-by-side next to the HighPoint database. So you can have a very large repository, and we're talking, terabyte of data that can be stored in there. But back to the search. Let's just drill our way down into receivables. You'll see I've set up some folders here to replicate the way a lot of businesses will segment their accounts receivable. And let's work our way right down into 2009, and let's go to August. Okay, and then there's 5 customer folders. So let's work our way into Ernst Handel's folder, and looky here, there's an invoice, okay, a PDF invoice. If I right click or use the pull down, you'll see there's different things you can do with the document. I can open it up and view it in a download. I can look at the text version. That's all the OCR data. Okay, the PDF has been OCR'd, so there's a text layer on top of that PDF image. We can look at that. I can look at the properties of the document, okay, the title and all of the metadata here that was brought over from our vFiler application, all the indexed metadata, the invoice number and customer's ID, and look at that, even the PO number that the customer used, the salesman, and so forth. So all this is metadata that was brought over by vFiler. Okay, what else can we do with that pull down? You can append a PDF. That's pretty rare. That's a nice feature where a lot of times you're going to want to add a page to a PDF. Well, HighPoint allows you to append the PDF. You can check the document out. If it was a Word document or Excel or a modifiable document, I could check it out. We'll have a video on that. Replace it with a newer document so you have version control. I can watch this file for changes. I can look at the audit log of this file, the version history, any notes on the document, and we can send an email to people within our company about this document, and we can literally create a workflow on this document. So there's lots of different capabilities that you can do with a document in comparison to a Windows folder. You cannot do these things out in Windows, and that's the purpose of a true document management system. So if I wanted to open this document right here, I could use that pull down, or I can just double click on this and it's going to open it up and into my Adobe viewer, and we'll be able to get a nice view of this invoice 11072. Here it comes, and there it is. You can see at the bottom here there's 3 pages. Okay, page through them if I wanted to. Just your typical viewer. Close it back down. We'll go back to HighPoint. Now, is that realistically the best way to search for the invoice that you're looking for in a document management system? No. So let's close all these folders. Okay, let's get them all closed. And let's do an index search. And let's look for invoice 11072. And I know that metadata is in the description, so let's just go 11072 and do a quick search. And instantly we found that particular invoice that we're looking for. And with a click, I can click on it. It's going to allow me to open it back up again. And you can see that within a matter of seconds, we've not only located that document, but now we're viewing it in our favorite PDF viewer. I don't happen to use the Adobe viewer. I like to use this PDF Exchange because outside here it allows me to do some different tools like append and so forth. This is a free download, so you can get this tool free. But also, you know, I can send this off through an email. If I want to print it, email it, fax it, I can all do that within seconds. Now, vFiler OCR'd all the text here, so I can search for keywords and phrases within the document after it's open and within Pinnacle. For instance, I can search for the word Austria, and notice it highlights it, and that's because there's a text layer over the top of this image, and all of this text becomes searchable inside my viewer and within HighPoint. So if I close this down and I take you right back to the library again, and you know, I've showed you 2 ways to search already, and that was just navigating through these folders, you know, working our way down into receivables and, you know, getting down into the year. You know, that's not bad, but it's not as efficient as maybe an index search. Okay, and we can do folder searches and search for a client's name or an employee's name that's in HR. But as I mentioned, let's do a full content search here real quick, and let's search for that word Austria and see if we can find that particular document. There it is. Now, if we had more than one document in the system that contained the word Austria, it would find that. I can search for Ripple. See if I know. I think I got a Word document that contains that. No, thought I did, but you get the idea. Austria. How about a word? I know if we search for documents that we ship to France. What do we got there? There's another invoice of a document we ship to France. So if I open that up, and let's see if that document contains the word France, which I think it will. And here comes that document. And there's the word France. See that? So if I, you know, again, I can search within the document or without, outside of the document inside HighPoint, and it'll highlight any instance of France. Go to the next one. There it is. So that is a very, very powerful tool within HighPoint. 3 ways to search. Okay, if I go back to the library, and we'll just kind of summarize here all the 3 ways. Navigating through folders, index search of metadata, and full content. Okay. Now a 4th way, just to conclude our searches, is a folder search. I want to search for a client's name like Ernst Handel. I can just type in Ernst and hit search. Oh, I didn't spell it right. Might help. Now notice there's little breadcrumbs up here. I don't have to go back to the library. I can just click folder search there and retype it. Ernst. There we go. Now it'll find Ernst folders. Now there's several folders that have Ernst Handel in them. I can look for all the different months of the year. January, which folder do I want to go to? I can choose. Okay, if I want to go to 09, February of 09, it'll take me right there. Click that, and it's going to take me to the February of 09 folder. If I want to see what's in that folder, if there's any documents in there, they would show up. I don't have any files in there. Again, this is demo data, but in real world, there would be files there. So I think that concludes the 3 or 4 ways to find documents within HighPoint. Indexed metadata, full content, the comfort of navigating through your favorite types of hierarchy folders, and even a folder search.